Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I took a little bit of break. As we know, we were inside of very important cosmic holidays. We had Rosh Hashanah and then following the Yom Kippur, Sukkot, and now we just complete the Simchat Torah, which is completion of the energetical force of the Torah. Extremely important period of time. Each year we have the whole month of Virgo to prepare for this cosmic event. And then during this event, we're preparing ourselves for the year to come. We're connecting to our ancestral lineages. By the way, it's extremely important always to remember during the high holidays is the time when it's the best we can connect to our ancestral lineages. The work we do, it's affecting them, and the work they did in their lives, it's actually affecting us. We're all one. It's really important to remember. Therefore, right now, exiting from these marathons, spiritual marathon, we have to be very aware. I don't like to use word cautious, but in a way, maybe spiritually cautious. Everything, how we're going to behave, what we're going to say, because we gain so much light. We gain so much foil, spiritual foil. So we have to be so nourishing to all this energy we receive and to know how to distribute. And just to remind you, my channel, not necessarily for people who fall in stars and let the stars affect them. My channel is to help people to understand how to work with the sky, how really to control, how to move stars, not to let stars to control you, the creator, with the tools, with the information, with the so much knowledge from past lives and current lifetime. We are here really to become superior in this dimension, which is called Malchut. So just reminder to all of us, any information I'm going to share with you in this video or any of my other videos, always remember, this is the information which is it's up to us how we're going to use. Definitely the sky, what's happening in the sky, it's really powerful. There's a reason why creation wants us to go through a certain period of energetical forces. But the most important thing to remember, we are very powerful. It's really up to us how we're going to use our own wisdom, which is every time, remember, every time we receive knowledge, it's supposed to convert to wisdom. This is the whole idea, right? So just to refresh your memory about Mercury, guys, we're going to talk mainly about Mercury today, and I will give you just a small explanation and tips for all 12 signs. Now, Mercury is a really oily planet. It's the planet of your communication, consciousness, speech, skills, our mind. It's a really translator between moon and sun, right? So there's a reason why Mercury is placed under the sun. Ancients called Mercury the wisdom messenger, the scribe of the sun. So it's extremely important. Plus, remember, it's the fastest planet of the solar system. And therefore, sometimes it's lacking certain level of patience, especially signs who run under the Mercury, like Gemini and Virgo, but in different level. So to understand this energy and benefit from it, we can really look at the retrograde period as a homework, as they reassess things. It's almost like a homework. It's like we study, and 3 to 4 times a year, Creator wants us to come back, to sit tight, and to evaluate everything what is studied, to rethink. Now, 2 very important things I want to mention, then perhaps not every astrological channel maybe explain. It's really very important for you to know your chart. And you need to look at your chart and see if the period of time you're born, it was the joy in the Mercury retrograde or not. Why? Because if, for example, you're born during the Mercury retrograde, so whatever I'm going to explain for 12 signs, it's mainly going to benefit for you because it's your normal energy. This is the energy you're familiar with. This is something you're born with. So for people who born during the Mercury stationary, you're going to be affected much more by Mercury retrograde, more on the challenging side. So you really need to be more cautious and to have a little more to double check everything what you do. Another very important point, remember, my channel do not represent Western astrology. We're dealing directly with the sky, the true sidereal system, Babylonian and Mesopotamian. So what it's mean, I'm going to share, I always share with you the sky. It's not just for me, important for you to hear what I'm saying. It's important as well for you to observe together with me to understand when I'm directing you, when I explain about certain combinations, so you can see with your eyes. It's really healing to observe the sky. Remember, in the past, the only astrologer can consider to be astrologer is the someone who observed the sky, because it's not enough just discuss the degree and the sign. It's really important to understand what other stars connect to certain combination, because some stars, especially royal stars, can affect our life and can influence and give us certain traits of character more than actually planets. Therefore, it's really important to combine everything as a full picture. So another thing I want to mention about the rising and moon, definitely always check under sidereal or Vedic. A Vedic system has same calculation. Check your rising. If you do not know precisely your rising, check under your moon. Another thing I want to mention, if you're born at night after the sunset, for example, depends on what period of time during the year. If you're born after 6 p.m., sometimes sunset after 8 p.m., depends if you're born winter or summer. I do recommend mainly to check your moon, because you more person of the night person. You more connect to your moon and not necessarily your rising. Now, if you do know your precise your rising, and you're born after a sunrise, so definitely go with your rising. But both you can check as well, because rising represents your surround light, your ego, your action, and moon represents your inside world, inside your emotions. So just to check with yourself, just connect with yourself. It's really important, but definitely learn your own chart. It's extremely important to know in order for you to be more precise. So let's look at the sky right now, and let's look at the Mercury. We can see this beautiful Mercury here, and look what day I have here. Because everyone's saying Mercury retrograde and start on September 27 to October 17. Now, when it starts retrograde, it starts retrograde in Libra, and then on October 3rd, it's going to transfer to Virgo. So it's mean mainly Mercury going to be in Virgo. Now, but look at what's happened in the sky. It didn't, I put in the sky here September 29, not 27 even, and Mercury just now starting slowly retrograde. And look what's happened here. It's restarting retrograde period in 1 degree, and it's the very important degree in Libra. I just open and I look at the sky. It's connected to Spica, to the star Spica. Now, star Spica, it's extremely important star, by the way. This is the star of wealth, star of spirituality, star of nobility, and as well it's connected to the Arcturus bull, which is, and as well it's star of workers, of commitment. It's really, really important star. So Mercury started retrograde on very positive note. It's really important because remember, seat, it's extremely important. Plus, we during the holiday, we're exiting right now through tremendous cosmic event. So Mercury, in a way, starting with really good news for us. So this is really important star. So for us just to understand. And then what's going to happen, and again, remember, the retrograde really starting not at 27. I would say retrograde start even on 29 and 30s. I'm just observing sky together along with you. And look what's happened. We're moving right now. Now we're on October 1st. And only on October 1st, Mercury is showing more and more invisible. And it's showing finally. So we're going to feel Mercury retrograde, especially those of us who are born with natal chart stationary Mercury, not retrograde, especially you guys going to feel even more. Start ready for tomorrow in October 1st. Now, what's really important to understand, until October 3rd, it's still going to be in Libra, right? And again, Mercury okay with Libra, because Libra very peaceful and peaceful sign. And even though it's going to activate a certain level of guilt inside of us, certain things we start to feel that we're not doing enough. It's possibility for us to feel, all of us actually, this way. And because of the star speaker, we're going to feel more inspired. We're going to feel that we're going to do something with our financial system. We're going to have new ideas how we want to make money. This is such a powerful star. It's literally going to they activate this type of energy inside of us now. And what's really not important to remember, because when retrograde start, the energetical force, it's going to be almost like we need to reset certain things, some unfinished business, some homework we need to come back, right? And then on October 3rd, let's go together to October 3rd. As the sky gators, so we really want to, to observe the sky. And look what's happened here. Now it's moving to Virgo. Now, we need to understand Mercury loves to be in Virgo. It's one of the best locations for Mercury because it's his own exaltation sign. And, it's usually, if Mercury will be here by himself, we're going to have actually amazing, successful period of time. But right now, look what's happened here. We're talking about tremendous stars, planets like Mars and Sun. Look at this conjunction, 6, 17, and 16, which is soon is going to be perfect conjunctions, literally with Mercury. And when it's such a powerful, they're going to travel together and Mercury going to dance between them, it's very powerful energy. And it's going to be all about Virgo. This period of time for the next 2 weeks, it's going to be all about Virgo. Especially the Virgos, I'm going to explain to you guys who born under Sun, rising, Moon or Sun Virgo, you're going to feel, guys, the most. But for all of us, what really, we need to really understand what really Virgo represent, right? It's extremely important. So Virgo represent our day-to-day life, our work routine, self-improvement, service to other people, our health, very important. This period of time, all 12 signs will feel that they need to do something new with their health. Especially after holidays, it's good to stay on cleansing and to detoxification. It's about nutrition. It's about your home pets, your closer family members, right? And it's about your employment, your co-workers, your duty. And it's actually a good period of time. If you ever thought to start a volunteering job, this is the time to start to volunteer. Because Virgo, it's all about service. Virgo, it's all about, in order for Virgo to balance with the judgment, because Virgo, we're all going to have this energy within us, because Virgo is very occupied in small details. Sometimes they are way too occupied of lack of other people, the traits of the character, what they do, and they lose in the moment how to be happy. So this is the message really, if you ask me, for all of us, right? So this is really, really important period of time, especially because we're entering right now from such a really tremendous cosmic event, especially those of us who really prepare for it and went through all of that and really reconnect with ourselves, reboot our energy. When we're going to enter through this time, to be in Virgo after, such a tremendous cosmic energy, we have to be very careful how righteous we want to play with others, right? So this is why it's important to remember. And Mars and Sun, they're going to play a big part with Mercury. We're almost going to feel we want to say more than usual. And because it represents speech, Mercury, we possibly can say tough things to some people because of the Mars, and we can regret. So please, guys, be aware of that. Think before you speak, just really to understand, because there's so much going on. I'm preparing video for months of October. October, very important months, and November as well, before we're going to have lunar and solar eclipses, which is going to affect us for the year to come for at least 6 months, some of us for 2 years. This is the period of time when we need to start to apply our knowledge like never. I'm going to explain in my video of from October. Now, let's go and evaluate all 12 signs. Let's understand how this Mercury retrograde going to affect. But again, remember what I said. When I'm going to tell you a short message for each sign in what house it's going to be, remember, if you're born in your natal chart with Mercury retrograde, it's going more on your positive theme. If you're born with Mercury stationary, it will go a little bit on more challenging side. Okay, so just you differentiate how you want to get this message. And remember, Mercury, even though it stopped retrograde on 22nd, it's going to stay in Virgo on 28. So we're going to feel this energy still until October 28, because it's going to from 22nd to 28, it will stay stationary. And it's going to be actually in degree of 16 degree in Virgo. It's actually creativity in writing. It's a very important combination, and it's called Winder matrix. Yes, right arm of the Virgo. So it's actually right arm of the Virgo is going to be on 16 degree. So a lot of us will want to put things in writing, and actually writing skills can be improved tremendously with such a big help. Okay, so we're going to start with Virgo, because guys, for you, it's going to be in your first house. And what's really, really important about that, first house, it's about you. It's about everything about your look, about your thoughts, about your personality, how you approach the world. You might will rethink and to start to understand new way how you see yourself and how you want others to see you. It's really, really important. Consider change of your own image. You maybe even change the hair color, anything possible. It's the first house. It's your health, extremely important to revisit how you exercise, your breathing. Okay, the most important thing is whether you are happy. The happiness is the theme for you, Virgo. It's extremely important for this period of time, almost like a fake it until you make it. Always try to see light in everything. Always try to connect to the bigger picture. It's really going to help you. You may feel like the way others perceive you, it doesn't reflect really who you are. Remember, people don't know who they are. They cannot really tell you who you are. To the expression "don't kill the messenger," yes, but in the same time, don't let other people to put you down, or yourself, your master, sometimes to put you down as well. So be aware of that. Okay, it's about restoring your confidence. This is what the first house is about. I hope it's in great benefit, this information for you. I wish you many, many blessings, my dearest Virgo. You're such a beautiful people, so committed. So good luck and use this information wisely. Okay, now the second house, we have, no, we're going to go to Libra from Virgo. And Libra, it's for you in a 12th house. Now, Libra, remember, the 12th house, it's extremely house for you. It's something that you not really feel most comfortable, right? In 12th house. When Mercury transit in 12th house, you need for, it's almost like you feel you need to like retreat. And you will start to feel like you want to sleep more, and you really need to sleep more this period of time, because 12th house, in order for you to benefit from the 12th house, to go on the specific time, right time, you can sleep only 5 hours or 6 and feel like you slept 8 if you're going to go sleep in a particular time every day, because this is the key, and especially with it's in 12th house. For some, this can manifest as a strong, towards your own inner psychology. Mercury bring you messages from your deep unconscious, subconscious level, from your thoughts, from your dreams. You're going to receive very prophetic dreams. You understand? So Libra, very important for you to really take and breathing and meditation. What is really Pisces? In order for Pisces to understand themselves better, this is why Pisces, they love to do things behind the scenes. So it's look like you will try to be more, more concealed this period of time. Keep a record of dreams. Just write your dreams. You will have a lot of messages for the year to come. This type of combination, 12th house and Mercury, when it's retrograde, and especially in his own house, It's really, you can get some messages you never thought it's even possible. Images even from the past lives, it's possible. Sometimes it may feel like you have been left alone with no one to rely on. You're going to feel a little bit lonely. You can feel pity for yourself. It's a little bit Pisces thing. Don't do that. Just take a spiritual literature study and go volunteer, do something for somebody else. Your spiritual life gets a boost when Mercury retrograde in 12th house. As the outside world loses something, it pull you over. You may find yourself more physically aware and sensitive to subtitle, to the vibration, to other people. Good period of time for spirituality, okay? Good luck to you, beautiful Libras, and I hope this information is great service to you. Now, my dear Scorpios, for you, it's going to be in 11th house. Now, what is the 11th house? It is time for catch up with old friends. You might feel then, be careful not to fight with your friends, by the way. This is possibility you will want to confront. And when, for example, Aries confront, there's no agenda. They go full force and you don't really feel hurt. When Scorpio confront, you feel you've been hurt deep inside, because Scorpios, you are such a deep people. You're so, there's no, you don't hide things in a sense of you go in with the full force, but sometimes because it's a little bit can come with manipulation, people can hurt much more. So on the other hand, this transit can indicate withdrawal from the social scenes, for a while, maybe happen by choice, or you will want to be a little bit again, avoid certain confrontation or certain to clear the air, so to say. Just put on the side, wait for the best period. Or sometimes when we put on the side and we wait, we're going to rethink, and the same situation we're going to see differently. And instead to go right away, restrict, through the restriction, we're going to feel much more light. And the person who's going to say certain information, or we're going to, we were supposed to confront, when we're going to come back to this person after a period of time, this person is going to be in better place. You're going to be in a better place. Really important to consider, okay? Because remember, 11th house, it's very spiritual house as well. 11th house is the house of the, to serve for others. It's another opportunity for you as well, Scorpions, to volunteer, right? Be careful from any gossips. Okay, be careful from to be part of the group of people without really check what is this group of people agenda. Because Scorpios, you're great leaders, but make sure you're going to be leaders and you're going to be part of the mission, which is represent light, which is represent bigger picture. Because sometimes we're seeking for truth, and this truth in such a short circuit, it's limited understanding what is really truth for the creation and what is the truth in this dimension. Okay, so when Mercury retrograde, another thing in 11th house can help you to discover who your friends are, what friends you want to be around, and what people you really feel you want to make peace, but not anymore to spend too much time with those people. You can control what others decide or to do. You only can control what you do, okay? So my dear Scorpions, I hope this information great service to you. I wish you good luck, many blessings. Sagittarius, for you, Mercury retrograde in the 10th house. Now, 10th house, it's the house of career, right? It's the house of position in the society. So take care of old business. It's really important. Finish the job, finish what you start. Evaluate to come back to anything connect to the business, your social status as well, how you present yourself to other. It is chance in status can sometimes be indicated by this transit from promotion or job loss. So if you decide to change a job or you're looking for to change, this is not period of time to do it. Except if you're born with Mercury retrograde, you might actually can have a good period of time with us, actually. But if you're born with stationary Mercury, do not do anything with job related. Don't do any changes. It's not the best period of time, okay? It can be misunderstanding, can lead to frustrations, okay? Patience and cautious approach are very necessary this period of time, especially if you're in a management position and there's a people under you. be careful how you pass information. Be careful how you, what is your expectation of your team. This is not the time for, again, for confront even your own employees, okay? Use this period to consider where you are happy with your career. Really evaluate even before you want to make changes, see what you can do best of it, right? So this is the good time to do your homework, whatever connect to your career. And by the way, as well to relationship, right? Because 10th house, it's in general relationship. In ancients gave a lot of credit to the 10th house. 10th house is the karmic house as well with relationship. If you, again, if you're self-employed, take care of with new, be careful with new contracts, new clients. See how, but again, depends in how is the Mercury appear in your natal chart. Remember, I keep remind you, this is maybe the time to reconsider how you market yourself, you know, how you marketing yourself and the clients you work with, right? So this is period again time. It's the best. It's almost like you're preparing for exams, right? So you sit at home, you evaluate things. So take really time, and very important for you guys to, especially for you as a Sagittarius breeding. Remember, we're not talking about Mercury, guys. We're talking about other very important planets. We have Mars and Sun together, they all in the sign of Virgo. So we're talking about, you know, Mercury pump with Mars and with Sun. It's like a fiery Mercury, is like unstoppable Mercury. And for you, Sagittarius, one of the restrictions you came to achieve in this world is what comes from your mouth, right? So be very careful and cautious how you're using your words, okay? Because you are represent 9th house in your natal chart as a Sagittarius, very spiritual house, right? Is the house of the future, by the way, is the house of the benefits, the benefits. Don't abuse the benefits you've been given by cosmos. Use them wisely, okay? Good luck to you, dear Sagittarius. All the best, many blessings. Capricorns. For you guys, it's going to be in the 9th house. Now, 9th house is extremely important house for you as well, because 9th house, I was just telling you about Sagittarius. 9th house is the house of future, is the house of high learning, is the house of you know, the understanding of spirituality. So for you, it's to react and to examine what you believe. What is your belief system? What you believe in, Capricorn? Because for Capricorn, it's take a really long time to get to spirituality. But what's good about Capricorn, when they get finally to spirituality, when believe in spirituality, you cannot take a spirituality away from them. Why? Because they see practically how it's improve your life, how it's make you better, how it's make you more happy. So when you get to this point, then Capricorn, one of the most committed people to spirituality. You'll give example, for example, water sign. Spirituality is very easy for them. They very easy get to one school of thoughts, another school of thoughts. There's no end. And sometimes they wonder, sometimes they disappointed very quickly. But for Capricorn, so any earth sign, it's take the time. They not really believe easily. They want to see practically, so to say, we say in Hebrew, tachlis, what's really happening. But when they do, they're very, very committed. So it's really, really, really tremendous quality for you. So let's understand what's really the 9th house gonna represent for you guys. Your beliefs, create what you really experience. It is time to consider what is your future. How do you see your future? How are you going to combine spirituality in your future, Capricorn? What you do and how it's affect your outcome. So whatever's going to happen now is going to affect the outcome until at least next Mercury retrograde. So really I really recommend for you, Capricorn, to even study spirituality, philosophy. Start with philosophy because it's more closer to you. If spirituality is way too big word for you, but if you're already in spirituality, whatever you're going to do, everything through spirituality, everything through understanding what is the bigger picture. Are you really living in it? Are you really enjoying yourself? Because for Capricorn, sometimes hard to enjoy themselves. They're so stuck like a Virgo in routine. And in the career and the devotion, sometimes they losing the point why in the first place they need to be successful, to have financial stability. It's really to be happy. So this house is also connected to the morals and ethics, right? So when you're going to deal with your employees, when you're going to deal with your employee, it's when you're going to deal with your family member, it's all about morals and ethics, very important. During this transit, by the way, you may be called up and reassessed what the true reality means for you, by the way, because of the ninth house. This is the good time to reassess and examine previously fault things which is connected to education. Previously, if you thought, for example, you want to take certain courses, you want to take certain programs connect to your job, or you connect to your spirituality, this is the good time for you to come back to your notes you made, and this is the good time for you to study. Why? Even though Mercury retrograde, because he's going to be affected by Mars, Mars is the force. The positive aspect of Mars, it's pushing us to do more than we want. So definitely use this opportunity. And um, you can even, if you start writing, it's a good period of time to edit your writing, to if you work on some books, if you work on some writing or some work or some PowerPoint, this is the excellent time to recheck things. Or maybe you create something in the past and now it's a good time. Okay, so I think this is really good period of time for you. Just take it, use wisely, and apply spirituality. Spirituality is the key, that's for sure. I wish you all the best, many, many blessings, my dear Capricorn. Aquarius. For Aquarius, it's going to be in the 8th house. Now, Aquarius, you guys really came to this world to serve this whole entire world, right? You are, just for you to remind you, Aquarius, you cannot afford to behave like any other sign. I will tell you why. Because if you look at the Aquarius as a sign, is this spiritual being standing with the barrel, which is coming with the water called river of life. You holding inside of the hand the secrets of the higher dimensions, which has come to our dimension. This is how powerful Aquarius are. So when you have Mercury retrograde in 8th house, it's about sharing other people's resources. It's where you offer you can change to find how to work with other people, the other people's relationship, how you share your energy with other people, what does really trust represent for you? Do you trust only when you're on comfort zone, or you show people then you can be vulnerable, and 8th house can take this away? It's going to try to make you more suspicious, will try to make you, try to put some agenda. Don't go there. You're such a pure sign. Just go clean, clear about your intentions, what you say to other people. On the practical level, by the way, because of the 8th house, it's good idea for you to check the practical things like your insurance, your car, your house, what needs to be fixed, what needs to be, where you need to put your hand on it. It's about, by the way, paying your debt and taxes. This is for you very important. So if you put on hold anything connected to taxes, to your financial situation, and if any other people depends on your financial decisions, this is the good period of time for you to be very cautious, to be really aware, and really finish what you start. And this is the excellent period of time. Okay. Now there may be issues and delay with some resources during this period of time, with some payments. So just be patient and be aware. There's always reason about certain financial situation. They not just suddenly happen. Is the accumulation of our own behavior and our own decisions, right? Now, sexual issues may be needed as well to discuss. So what does really sexuality represent for you? Okay, because of the 8th house and the production organs as well. Make sure you take care of your hormone system. By the way, for all 12 signs, it's really important to check your health and hormone system, because the weather changed to cooler, especially for females. Females going to feel more and more than hormones kind of kicking more, and for you guys, especially on the sexual part, okay? And the eighth house favored to it's good time to come back to the old thoughts and clean your mind. Any secrets, any hidden things, anything you've been keeping inside of yourself, just just clean up. Just ask yourself how much these thoughts or these things I'm holding into it's actually serving me. And it's connected to our ancestral lineages. Eighth house, it's really mystical, metaphysical house. It's represented by Pluto. So when you have a Mercury together with Mars and Sun, I have to repeat, we're not talking about just Mercury. We're talking about Mercury on steroids. We can communicate with our ancestral lineages, and we need to understand everything we do. We're not alone. Our action affecting millions of souls behind us, and it's affecting our ancestral lineages and in our ancestral lineages as well, helping us. So it's really, really important. Okay. So I hope this information in service for you, my dear Aquarius. I wish you many, many blessings. Use this time wisely. Okay. Pisces, my dear Pisces, for you, it's going to be in the seventh house. Seventh house, it's important house for you, Pisces, because it's the house of relationship, love. And sometimes Pisces, they live from the moment of to be in love, from another moment to be in love. And they think when I'm going to be in love and everything okay in relationship, then that's it. Then everything, going to be okay. No, the problem can just start for Pisces sometimes. Why? Because you Pisces sometimes have too much high expectation of other people. And because you're so sensitive and you're so loving, you expecting from people to give you the same. But what's happening, why the disappointments come, our expectation lead sometimes to deep disappointment. So just really important, especially when if you marry or in your business partner, Mercury transit can call for renegotiation of certain terms. Even yes, negotiate, sorry, with my, I think Mercury retrograde maybe already start to kick in for me. So to negotiate terms with your partner or its business partner or your love partner, it's a good thing because relationship, it's a business. It's a very important business. We cannot just, give our emotions, oh, you love me the way how I am. If you cannot accept me the way how I am, so it's meaning you don't love me. This is not in reality. This is some La La Land was created by somebody and people falling for this trap. It's really important to, in a good way, to control your emotions, to control how you communicate with your partners, how you give love, with no expectation. The best way is just to love and don't expect back. If you do have certain things being put on hold in your relationship, Mercury retrograde in seventh house will kick in. So there's no longer you can afford to wait and just to ignore, especially with Mars and Sun. Everything will be coming on the surface and you will need to deal with that. But instead to deal from reactive place, be the first to negotiate in the right way. Be the one who will be in the control in the right way. Not control with certain specific expectation. By using the word control, by coming first, to start and initiate the conversation in a positive, in a way then your partner will understand your language. It's not enough just to say what you want to say. You want to make sure that the person in front of you, they understand what you're trying to say, okay? So my dear Pisces, it's extremely important when Mercury retrograde in seventh house can serve and to bring you closer together if you know how to use this energy. By the time the transit is over, you may both feel like you understand each other on a lot better, on a much new, different level. So take your power back. You Pisces, you are super souls. Your 12th house, they represent 12th house in the natal chart. In the you a combination of all other 12 signs. You have so much wisdom within you. Just use wisely. And have enough sleep as well. It's extremely important for you, okay? So good luck to you, dear Pisces. Many, many blessings. Next one, we have Aries. Aries, for you, it's going to be in the sixth house. Now, my dear Aries, I really love your sign because you guys really, you like a force of energy, and don't forget now Mars, your own planet, it's together with Mercury. You're really going to feel it. So definitely restriction with your mouth. It's really important. And when it's retrograde in the sixth house, it's about your workplace, right? About your office, your desk, to organize your desk, because you guys can be like very multitask in this period of time, almost like a Gemini. You can put paperwork here, put there, that so very important time to reorganize yourself, sort out your daily routine, create calendar, list to do. Especially now we're exiting from such a important, powerful holidays. See how you can reorganize your routine, how you can be more consistent with the time you're going to sleep and time you're going to wake up. Don't forget, sixth house represent health. So see what kind of routine with your health you can do, what time you want to exercise, how much you want to eat. Don't eat too late. For you, by the way, Aries in general, it's really important to wake up early in the morning because your morning sign is early you're going to wake up, is more productive you're going to be, and more successful you're going to be. And try not to stay too late, okay? So sometimes this transit can feel like your scheduling has been throughout the window. You schedule things and nothing happening. So it's okay to try again. Mercury may be asking that you become more flexible, especially with your favor Mars without, it's going to be beside. So it's going to be almost like familiar energy for you, but instead to be again all over the place, this is the time for you to be very organized. And again, health. I can't stress enough because of the sixth house, really take care of your health. Certain things which is you've been neglected may come back, and you will need to deal with that. But there's a two ways we can deal. It's always have best to have preventing medicine to prevent things, or in reactive pharmaceutical. Right? So pharmaceutical going to give so much side effect, and you have to deal with more a harsh reality. So therefore, to change your diet, do exercise, it's gonna create better environment for any possible health issue may come. Okay, so just take this to consideration. Okay, my dear Aries, I wish you many, many blessings. Good luck. I hope this information in great service to you. The next one, we have a beautiful Taurus. Taurus for you, it's going to be in fifth house. I love fifth house. Fifth house is really happy house in the sense of house of creativity, children, house of how to use your talent. And there may be a withdrawal of creativity energy. You might feel you don't have too much energy for creativity. So what you should do meditation, do some exercise, because for Taurus, exercise not always your favorite thing to do. Enjoy food, but be careful not to over enjoy the food, right? Just be balanced with that. Let the process happen. Your projects, whatever projects you're working on, it may need time to revisit. Okay, a loss of confidence may be possible as well of the fifth house because of Mercury retrograde. But again, if in your natal chart Mercury was you're born with retrograde, you're not going to feel that intense. But if you're born with a chart when Mercury is stationary, you're going to feel a little bit insecure about your own self, about your own abilities. So don't let the other side to suck energy from that, okay? Just be in control. Check in within you. What are you telling yourself about yourself first? Not what other people think about yourself, because your own confidence comes within you. You understand? Don't compare yourself to other people. You are who you are, and you're very special and unique. And it's exactly the creation cannot exist without you. You need to understand that the whole thing was created just for you. We need to remember what ancients explained, the Zohar explained, the holy book of Zohar explained. When we wake up in the morning, the first thing we need to do, we need to open window and look at the sky. And we need to see, and we need to say out loud, everything created just for me. And we created in order to enjoy ourselves, to enjoy this world. We're not created by creator to suffer. We ourselves putting ourselves through the pain and suffering. Many things can be avoided, okay? So revisit those. By the way, it's a really good time for you to visit some galleries, theater, to go to the beach, local park, try new craft, new some talents sitting hiding inside of you, right, Taurus? Even the cooking, if you love to cook, maybe create some evenings, cook with your loved ones, create something so unique you never cooked, then it will need some extra creativity, okay? So I hope this information and great service to you, my dear Taurus, and take care of yourself and use this time wisely. All the best. Bye-bye. My dear Gemini, for you guys, Mercury retrograde in the fourth house, together with Mars and with Sun. So again, we're talking about very special Mercury, and it's all about your home, your sanctuary, right? The home is extremely important. By the way, you guys, because you're sitting beside the fourth house in your natal chart, beside the Cancer, you influenced by energetical force by Cancer as well. And even the Mercury, it's your own sign. You, no matter if in your chart Mercury retrograde or stationary, you always feel Mercury. This is why people don't know what is really to be Gemini. It's so amazing because it's the only sign represent two humans, and it's the sign represent an unbelievable force of energy. It represents Keter and Malchut in same sign. So it's tremendous energy. And Mercury in Hebrew called Kohav, star. So you guys are stars. But because you think so much, it's like sometimes you have 10 people inside of your mind. Your main job in this world really to learn how to control your mind, because you are not your mind. You're very high spiritual being. You're the only sign which is have a very important star called um, Cyrus. Okay, and Cyrus is the called second sun. So you under the sun, plus you have a Cyrus inside of your sun, you inside of your house as well. So it's so important, for you to remember. And your house, your home, your mother figure, it's really important for you to be careful not to get any confrontation with your mom. If your mom not alive, just do through the meditation. If there's something needs to be some forgiveness needs to go through, please forgive your mom, or tell your mom then you really want to be forgiven. It's really important time for you to do that, because the ancestral lineage is really open. Anytime we open to communicate with them, they're waiting for that more than nothing, because they don't have physical body. They are in a much higher reality. They see everything, but they cannot do. So they depends on us, on our own action. And if some unresolved issues, something, it's really important not to be stuck. Okay. It's important for you while you take care of your home this period of time. You probably will need to you will have even desire to do some renovation. Don't start anything new. If it was already in task, this is the good time for you continue and complete for this couple of weeks, okay? Because the fourth house is also your foundation, your childhood, your roots, right? So your home extremely important for you. What if you're planning to go to the new house, just try a little bit to hold on. It's not the best period of time, but again, if you're born with Mercury stationary, it's this energy may support you if you plan to move even during the Mercury retrograde. What you were, by the way, this period of time, you will suddenly start to remember about your childhood, what you told when you were a child, and what is really belief system you were really inject inside of you. You're going to feel really this period of time. So what's really important, and the tools of righteous, they explain the importance of the tool called zoom out. It's really important to all of us to know this tool. And anytime we involve in our emotions and the exact directly in the situation, we never can have clarity. We're gonna get even deeper and deeper to the trap. But if something you feel you really want to let it go and you want to complete, it's really important to zoom out like a good movie director and to see really as an observer, really what's happening. And then you can really make the right decisions, okay? Especially whatever anything connect to your home, to your childhood, to your mom, to your roots, right? Your ancestral lineage. Remember, fourth house is the very karmic house, very karmic house. You may become aware of some negative thoughts or patterns that have significant impact to your life in the past and continue. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to ask yourself. Ask yourself, how can you heal yourself? And start the process. Extremely good time. I really wanted to express this for you, Gemini. This is such a good period of time for you to work on that. I hope this information great service to you. I wish you many, many blessings, my dear Geminis. Thank you. Next one, we have Cancerians. My dear, dear Cancers, the social worker of the world. This time you have Mercury retrograde along with Mars and Sun in your third house. So what is the third house? It's all forms of communication. It's the house of the Gemini. So you in Gemini, you exchanging constantly, right? You exchanging with each other the energetical force. So there's a reason, by the way, why Cancer represented by two letters created by a Chat and Tet. And this is the two letters came from Gemini and Taurus. So you guys have the energetical force of both signs of Taurus and of Gemini. You're very powerful Cancerians. So what is the really Mercury retrograde again? It's all forms of communication. It's your car, by the way, transportation. And if anything can break, pay attention, focus on your, on material sense of anything connect to mechanics as well. You may feel like your mind is very busy, unusual way, right? So sometimes Mercury transiting here can increase worry in nervous system. So don't go there because you're already sensitive. You already feel other people energy. You feel energy of universe. So and now you're going to have additional thing will come to your mind. So learn how to everything what I said right now to Gemini. Definitely listen to Gemini. I feel because Gemini going through your own house, you really need to always to understand yourself, your foundation, before you can understand the other sign house, right? On the deep level, you are working through what you know, right? So confusion may mean you need future information. So instead to feed the confusion, do the research, take more information if it's connect to your social environment, because third house, your siblings, by the way, very important. Don't fight with your siblings. See if you can reach out and be the first to negotiate, because sometimes, what's happened with Cancerian, because the home and the family so important. Many times they born on not really functional families, in the sense of some conflict, some not stability. There's a reason why cosmos giving to us an opposite of the energy we're seeking for, we're lacking in order for us to gain this energy. Okay, so remember that it's the third house. It's about research. It replaces it's so far, so to say, to replace the battery inside of you. It's really Mercury energy, right? Because Mercury came from the third house. So watch your speech as well, very important. Because if you feel certain things and you will be sensitive, don't put your frustration on other people. Extremely important on the third house, okay? By the way, again, very important to check your car, repair your car, check the tires, it's a very important period of time. Check your car, everything, oil, water, because when the third house, it's about your car. So really, really important to check the mechanical things you have in your house, and as well the things you personally using. What else? Definitely most important for you is to control your mind for the third house, and not to give too much energy and credibility for many thoughts, because many thoughts it's not really belong to us. They just the one of the main things as a spiritual being for us to understand what Baal Shem Tov, one of the greatest tzaddikim, righteous soul, was used to live in 16th 17th century. He is one of the highest souls came to this world. He used to teach his own students the importance of understand of real war we came to fight in this dimension. It's called War of Gog and Magog, War of our thoughts. So this is the good reminder for you guys, okay? Just to make sure you remember that. And again, because you're such an amazing sign and you have so much love to give, make sure you will use this opportunity to share more with others, to volunteer. Volunteering is very healing for you, by the way. in general. So if anytime I have my clients, my students who has a strong planets in the sign of Cancer, I always tell them, first see how much you can go outside your comfort zone and give to other, because it's your nature. This is something make you happy, more happy than for you to receive for yourself. Okay, just remember that. I wish you many, many blessings, my dear Cancerians. All the best. Bye-bye. And the last sign, Leos, my gracious, amazing royalty, Leos. For you guys, Mercury retrograde in your second house. So what is the second house? Second house, take a look at what you hold inside of you, because second house, it's about self-awareness. It's about self-worth. You know, every time when we talk about second house, we think about money, but it's actually on a much deeper level. It's about the self-worth, right? What is really sustenance? Sustenance, it's not just money. It's the how much you allowed yourself to be happy, how much you're really accepting yourself, Leo, right? And why it's really important for you to be accepted by others. Why sometimes this energy, this trap can make you disable, Leos. You're so occupied how other people think about you, what they say about you, how they see you. When you appear in a room, you want to be the one first to be considered and heard in a way of, your opinion. In many times I understand, but you have to understand it can be such a trap. So now when Mercury is retrograde in the second house, just be aware of this energy. You may find yourself asking the question, is it really worth it for me to give the energy to other people? Okay, so, or I rather to know and learn how to create the happiness within me. Money due may be delayed because of the Mercury retrograde. Whatever money you're expecting or something you want to sell, you might have some delays because of the second house. Sometimes unexpected money falls into your lap. It's possible you can actually get some suddenly money you didn't even expect it. Okay. And it is time to, oh, by the way, very good time for you guys to, for any 12 signs, but especially for the second house. Every time when we have such an important position in the second house, it's very important to donate money. Very important to whatever organization you feel you get in most energy and most you believe in the mission, you believe, or organization which is helping you to grow spiritual. Please make sure to donate in order for you to really have your own account with the creation, so to say, bank account. It's really important for all of us to understand to have physical bank account on this dimension. It's very limited understanding to have money. To have account in the upper higher dimension, it's completely total different bank account. This bank account you give without expecting anything to return. You give because you know without giving, the other organization cannot exist. The other, and not just because they cannot exist, it's because it's part of your nature. You know, in order for you to receive, you need to give. This is the life. This is what called immortality when it's infinite. It's not enough for us just to give and to put and hold to it. No, this money has no energy. The only money in Sastani has an energy is the money which is you share, at least 10%. This is the spiritual law of universe. We have a lot of books about, maybe one day I even will make a video just on that. You're happy with how you make your money? You need to ask yourself that as well. Your financial comfortability, you need to ask yourself, what do you really want? How you really want to make money in the future? What's really make you happy? This is the fifth house can help you to evaluate. It's the good time for you to reassess your own thoughts and the way how you see yourself in the future. What's really the workplace represent for you, how you're using your creativity as a Leo, and how you use your creativity to make money. You understand? This is really important for you, Leo, because when Leo is not happy, guys, your money don't represent for you something it's really crucial. You are really true givers. What is the Leo? Leo represent by sun. What is the sun? Sun wants to give all the time. But with other side of this thing, you don't know how to receive advice from other people, how to receive love from other people, how to receive help from other people, right, Leo? So it's very important to balance with this energy, especially with the second house. And the second house represents early a family dynamic, right? So think how you were introduced in very early stage of your life when you were really developing and understanding things, what is really money represent for you. Perhaps maybe you used to grow in a household when money was lacking, or and it's always, no matter what's happened, you always conversation just about money, or you grew up in family with a lot of money and you don't have real appreciation of money. You know, it really, really depends. You need to look from both angles, so to say. Okay, my dear viewers, I hope this information great service to you. I wish you many, many blessings, and just do your work. You know, you are tremendous, tremendous and energy for this creation. What can I say? Okay, my dears, I want to thank you for spending all this time with me. What can I tell you? This month, upcoming months, it's really amazing months. I will make another video, but right now, one of the major theme for months of October is definitely Mercury, Mars, and Sun working together. And the way how you're gonna control them, this is how much they're gonna affect you. Remember that you're very powerful. You're a creator, you have a spark of creator within you, and this is big responsibility and big blessings in the same time. Okay, thank you so much for your time, guys. All the best. Bye bye.